Now, in the last episode, Noel and Finwell went into a house where a man by the name of Fanzell Kruger, which earlier, who actually knows Asta because he actually trains with him. Because 5 months ago, before Asta and went to the Magic Knights exams, he just happened to find him training by the woods, which he actually runs from a boar, while this is actually earlier, was actually running from the boar while being naked, which Asa has actually used his sword to stop the boar, in which Finzel actually thanks him for it, in which he actually has some of Asta's pot potatoes, which he actually tried some, in which he actually came to Hajj living in a house deep in the mountains, in which he actually can train Asta how to use a sword, in which he actually went back inside to put on some clothes, in which he actually never seen a sword that can nullify magic, in which we knew that he actually knows how to use swords as well, in which Asa wants him to train him, in which he actually happy to do it, in which he actually taught him some basic skills, in which Asa actually does, in which Finzel decided to use a sword of his own. Well, it's not technically a sword. It's actually a spell, which he actually called it Wind Creation Magic Emperor of Slashing Winds, which is a spell that can actually create a sword out of wind by picking up a stick and use it as a hilt and also a handle, and the blades just like a wind, and the blade was actually white wind, and he actually showed Asta his sword, in which he actually wants to know why Asta wants to become a magic knight, in which Asta told him that he wants to become the Wizard King, in which he actually smiled for that, in which Finzel actually told Asta a promise, in which no matter what happens, he cannot use his teachings to attack, well, harm anybody wrongly, and also cannot attack weaker people, in which Asa kept his promise, in which a few days ago he was actually told Asta that he's part of his top two students that he actually teach, in which another one of Finzel's students, a student named Marisa, who actually came to tell Finzel that Donina was actually passed away, in which he and Donina actually came from the Diamond Kingdom, in which they actually cannot handle the cruelty that actually has. So they actually escape, which allows Marisa to allow them to escape, in which she founds a house, in which Finzel carries Nozil's, Donina won, in which he actually went inside to be alone, in which he's actually look outside and actually thinking about his friend, but then Marisa actually came inside and stabbed Fensel, in which a army of Diamond Kingdom's men actually came and tried to capture him, which Marisa actually told him that someone is actually in need of his power, which he actually completed his final preparation, in which she actually talking about Mars, in which he actually knew that something inside of him that he actually going to put inside of Mars, which means that Asta came inside and fended off the Diamond Kingdom's army, in which Fanzell told him to leave, in which he is actually going to get him out of this, in which Asta actually did, but came back to take out the army, in which Marisa actually told them that Domina is actually alive, which she's actually left with the army. And that also means that Finzel actually leaving to search for Donina, in which also remembering the teachings that he actually taught, actually been learned. And which the ending actually have a funny moment, which Finzel actually came back to get Asta to help him get rid of the boar while running naked. And I mean, and that's actually how that will actually end. Alright, so we actually knew that Finzel actually taught us how to use swords, which earlier we're gonna go into the next episode that how Noel is gonna get Finzel to help Asta, which he going to meet Asta for the first time. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out in the next episode. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment on what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. Until then, this anime guy doing here saying sign out. Laters!